In this video, I'm going to show you how to assemble the REIBIL or REIBIL, however you pronounce it, garage storage shelving unit. This can hold 3,000 pounds, so it's heavy duty. If you need to clean your basement like me or your garage, you definitely want to look at something like this. I'm going to show you how to assemble it. I have a link in the video description as well as the QR code that you can scan if you want to buy this and use it for yourself. So let's get started. It's going to take a bit to open this up, I think. Probably upright. I have no idea what this is. This almost looks like a tool. We're gonna have to figure this out later. It's like a hammer, maybe? I don't even know. Once again, when I put stuff together, I like to start by taking everything out of the box and just laying it all out. It comes with gloves. That's actually really nice. I don't need them, but it's nice. Okay, it's got some zip ties. Don't quite know what we need that for. These are probably end caps for the rails here. This stuff's pretty tough. Could probably use scissors instead of a knife, but a knife is what I have. There we go. Okay, no doubt what these are. They're the shelves, so let's just put these here. Haven't seen any directions yet. You know, if it doesn't have directions, that's not the end of the world because I don't particularly need them. Oh, here's directions. Step 1. All right, so they want you to insert the little feet thing that I saw. And that funny looking thing we saw is indeed a hammer. So they actually give you the tools with this, which is really nice. Like I said, not that I need them because I have my own tools that are better, but still, you don't need your own tools, apparently. All right, so I'm going to take this stuff apart. Looks like this is going to be 2 of them. So we're going to need 2 more. And these look to be all the same. I really don't think there's any differences between them. Okay, so we have 4 of these. Now, we need to figure out which end the bottom and the top is. This round part, that's the top, because the shelf's going to go in here. It's going to push down to this part. So this part should be facing down, and that's how we know that this is the bottom and this is the top. That's how we know. Again, the fat side is the top and the skinny side is the bottom, and you want this to go on the bottom. So the part with the smaller hole is where you want this to go. This is the bottom. Yeah, that side's in. You gotta push it a bit. So that hammer that it came with, or I'll just use my own, just kind of, yeah, that's in. Okay, that's very good. So we're gonna do this with all 4 of them. Here it is. I find you get one end to clip in, then you can hit the other end with the hammer and get that in. Now that's in very well. Okay, so it looks like the next step is to put these crossbars in. So let's take these apart. Now, how can I tell these are the crossbars? They have these little points here, and the way this is going to work is these little points, those little circles, are going to go in the hole, and it's going to push down into the skinny part here. These little points are going to go in the holes on the uprights like this, and it's going to push down. So that's how I know these are the crossbars. It's very, very obvious by these little I don't know what you call them, but these little circles here. Put the flat side of the board support crossbar facing up. The flat side facing up. I'm guessing that the shelf is going to rest right here on this, and that this is the flat side. There's a hole here, and there's a hole on the other end. So I'm thinking that there's going to be a screw that goes in here to hold this together. So this, I think, would be wrong. You would want it so the shelf is going to go right here is what I'm thinking. So it's pretty much as simple as just banging it together. So let's go ahead and bang it together. It's pretty simple. You have these holes right here. You got the small ones. This is going to go this way with this part facing up, these notches here, they line up with the big holes, and then you push it down so that they're covering the small holes, and that's how you hook this up. Okay, so we have the first support together. We have the crossbar going between them. You just kind of put it in the hole here and bang it down into the narrow part is what you do. Now, something that is fairly obvious, we have these long crossbars and these short ones. The long ones are going to be the length of the shelf, and the short ones are going to be the depth of it. So the short ones are going to go here, and they're going to go on the same way. They're just shorter. So let's make sure we get the holes lined up. Okay, so those are in. So now we can take our upright here, and we can attach the uprights just like we did before. Might have to hammer these in before putting them there. It is what the directions recommend anyway. But I like to get them all together, then hammer them down. That's my preference, but you know what? We'll hammer them in now. Just give them a little strike with the hammer. Help to push those into place. And again, the flat part with the holes drilled faces up. So I'm going to give these all a whack. Make sure they're all sitting tight in there. So you can see this is starting to look like a shelf already. We just got to put more of these crossbars in. In these crossbars, this is where the shelves are going to sit. So whatever height you want the shelves to be is where you want the crossbars to be. Now with the bottom shelf, I wanted something tall enough to fit a tote like this on it. So I'm going to put the crossbars high enough so I can get a shelf on there with that tote. So we're going to put this one, let's just say, could say about there, yeah, maybe a little bit higher. Now, we need to get these to the same height on each one or else it'll be angled. So let's count the holes to see where this top one goes into. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's on the 11th hole. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It goes in here. And that should work for this, this tote. So we'll take this out, put it away. All right, it's hammer time. That's in. That's in. So we're going to put a crossbar on the other side as well. Again, flat side up. That's where the shelf is going to rest. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. The top part goes in this hole there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It goes like that. And we will hammer this in. And the shorter crossbars, these are going to be easy. We just put them in the same level as the longer ones. Don't have to count this time because it's kind of obvious. From my experience with putting tables like this together, it can be difficult to get the shelves in once you get all these cross members in. So let's just see if these fit in here now before we put all these in and make it difficult. So I'm going to angle it in and it should just plop right in there. Well, that's in. Do it on the top here too. So there's 4 of these. These are what's going to enable you to put the other uprights on the top post here. So let's go ahead and have a look through the directions. Should be pretty simple. Yeah, you just kind of hammer these in, it looks like. I don't think there's an up or a down. They look symmetrical, so you kind of put it in there. Yeah, and you can see it's a little lip on it. In fact, I'll show it to you. So we have this lip here, and we have this lip here. Well, this is going to go in. Yes, this goes in, and this lip on this is going to rest up against here, and then the top one's going to go on top of that. So that's how that goes together. Okay, so let's get all these in, and then we will hammer them down. Well, we could hammer them now. It doesn't really matter. Okay, that's in. Yeah, it doesn't even really look like you have to hammer them. You can push them in by hand. So from here, it looks like the top uprights are just going to sit on top is what it looks like. Let's see if I have the room I need. It looks like I do, surprisingly. Might even be able to put this where I wanted it, in the corner over here. So yeah, that locks in there. Pretty simple. Get another one, pop it in here. Starting to hit stuff, but I still have some room. Yeah, I see no reason to hammer this at all. So we're going to go ahead and put the crossbars in now. That shelf I have there, I'm going to put a Lowe's bucket on there and to see how high I need these to be to fit it. So let's do that. Remember, flat part with the holes drilled, facing up. So this one's going to go over here. It's about the lowest I could get it. And I actually put some of these in backwards. Yep, I got to redo this. The big hole facing down, it needs to be facing the other way. So let's go ahead and redo these and do it right. Kind of forgot about that. I'm going to put this way. I'm thinking this actually seems to be a good height. So we're going to put it here. So let's put these in the same area these are in. That's in there. And that's in there. When putting the shelves in, they actually go a certain way. I was not expecting that. It looks like these face down, but there is no facing down for those. These ones that go across here, I'm thinking that has to be facing down, but truth be told, I don't think it matters that much. Well, this one's in. So we got that shelf in. And now where do we want the rest of the shelves here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's on the 12th hole from the top. 9, 10, 11, 12. So we're going to this hole here. And we can even hammer this down if we want. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It goes in this hole right here. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It goes right here, and then we're going to hammer that in place. All right, I'm going to put this one in relatively low. Maybe I can put it about here or so. Now you want these small holes to be completely covered, or else the shelf is not banged down all the way. That one's covered. So you got to bang them down pretty good. Now you have these extra end caps, so you might as well just put them up here. I don't really think you need to, but they're here, so if you have room to swing a hammer, which I don't, then you can, or you can push them in apparently too. Well, that's it. This was fairly simple to assemble. You just need some basic tools, just a rubber mallet really, and they give you the tools if you don't have them. Again, I have a link in the video description to this. And I have the QR code that you can see on your screen there. It can hold 3,000 pounds, so it's very heavy duty. And I'm going to really get some use out of this in my basement. So scan the QR code, click the link, and buy this, and I will see you for the next video.